Welcome to Tense Master, Clarity's most popular program which has been developed, enhanced, and refined for over 20 years. It's a program that helps students understand the 33 key grammar areas and how to use them correctly. So here we are at home screen of Tense Master. The program is divided into 5 levels from elementary to advanced, which is equivalent to CEFR level A2 to C1. Today we're going to have a look at 2 different levels, lower intermediate and advanced. So let's click on the lower intermediate level. We can have a look at the simple past unit in this level. So each unit starts with an introduction, then the rule, practice exercises, vocab, and an extra activity, and finally the test. Alright, let's have a look at the introduction. In this exercise, first of all, students will need to listen to this passage, to listen to this audio track. So let's listen to a bit together.
Hong Kong, past and present. Hong Kong is now the most crowded place on earth, but 180 years ago it was very different. In 1845, only 24,000 people lived in Hong Kong, and there were only 700 houses.
Alright, so after listening to this audio track, then I can click on each word in blue to learn about whether they're in past or present tense and why. For example, like were was in past tense, and because of the year, like in 1845, it was in the past. Okay, then we can click to see the next exercise. In this one, students will need to read 8 sentences and decide whether each sentence is in past or present tense. Okay, so after doing these 2 little introduction exercises, learner will then come to learn about the rule of simple past tense. There is an audio track here that they can listen to, which explains when and how to use the simple past tense. After they've learned about the rules, then they will have to start to practice on using the past tense. It's a fill in the blank exercise. So first of all, students will have to check the meaning of the provided verbs. Then they will have to put these words into correct places and correct tenses. So let's try to do 2 together. An argument over a pair of trousers, so I think it's ended in prison and hospital when Jose Lopez could not find his black trousers. After I fill in the answers, I can then click on marking and show all of the answers and check whether I've got them right or wrong. Okay, then I can listen to this audio track to listen to the whole passage. You will find a lot of audio tracks like this in the program, since we want to not only train students' grammar skills, but also listening skills to get them used to listening to native speakers speaking. Okay, now in each unit, there is an exercise for vocabulary. Here, students would learn some new words with example sentences. Then there is a little exercise that they will have to do, which is they will have to find some example sentences for some new words. They can look it up in the dictionary, newspaper articles, or in books. Okay, and the last exercise of every unit is a test, which is a test to see if learners have understood everything they've learned in this unit. So it's a randomized test. For example, let's say I finished like this exercise, then I click on marking and show answers. And if I want to do it again, when I click on start again, I will have a whole new set of questions. Okay, we have looked at the intermediate level. Now let's have a look at a higher level, the advanced level, to give you an idea of how different levels materials look like. So perhaps we can have a look at the unit articles and see what the exercises look like. In this exercise, students will have to read a rather lengthy text and to use the right articles a, an, or the for different nouns. Then, in the next activity, it's a proofreading exercise. So students will have to read this short story, find the mistakes in it, and correct them by adding the right articles. So let's do two together. So, for example, Scorpion wanted to cross a river. He was afraid of water, and besides, I think water was very rough. I think it should be the water was very rough. He saw a frog, so I can click on it and then edit article a frog sitting by the river and asked for a ride across. So let's see if I got them right. Okay, so again, after I've checked the answers, there's an audio track popped up which I can listen to the whole story. Okay, so we've done quite a few exercises in the program. And while we are working on the program is also monitoring our activities. So there's a progress report button at top right corner. In the progress report, we can see the coverage, like how many exercises I have done or haven't done. And also I can click on compare. This is to compare to everyone else who are also using this program in the world. And also in analysis, I can check how much time I have spent on each module. Sometimes it's very easy and very normal to stay in our comfort zone. So just to practice on what we're good at. So with the analysis, we can see how much time we spend in each area and review our studies. And with all these results, not only the students, but also teachers can see all these progress of their students on a separate admin panel to keep track of their studies. And since the program works on all devices, laptops, tablets, and mobile phones, students can work on it at school, at home, or even when they're taking a bath, so they can literally study anytime, anywhere. So I hope you and your students will make it use of TenseBuster.